Alright, so, here we are. Like I said in the title, I'm going to be trying the Hildebrand quest line. Everyone has told me that it is the god tier of Final Fantasy and that it's what the game is really about. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if that's true. I have a different kind of, well, I don't want to say different, but I have a sense of humor that is difficult sometimes. So we'll see. I mean, I enjoy the rest of this game a lot. I tend to laugh at certain moments, like when SD. Oh, well, I guess spoilers. I don't want to say anything. There are certain moments in this game that make me laugh out loud, just sitting alone in my room. So I feel like this has a pretty decent chance. So we'll see. I guess without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start. So I'm going to switch over. Look at that. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Teddy Bones, and this is going to be my stream. Let's go ahead and head over to the quest. I looked it up earlier where it starts, and I believe it is this gentleman right over here. Wymond. All right. So, here it goes. An old acquaintance of Wymond is at wit's end, and the businessman would have you help her. I hear you've been busy as a bee, Kaladin. Seems half the whispers what come my way relate to your comings and goings. Being the active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? But before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildebrand? I mean, technically, yes, but in canon, we're gonna go no. To hear him tell it, he was Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still, can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. I feel like I should say curses here. To his credit, Hildebrand and his assistant had a knack for showing up when something shady was afoot. As for sussing out the culprits, well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him sole credit. Any road, 5 years ago, he gets it in his head that he's cracked the code of Mazea's 7th verse. Dalamud, the calamity, all of it can be stopped, he says. So long as he finds the hero of prophecy. And wouldn't you know it, the hero was Hildebrand himself. Alright. So he flies off towards Dalamud. Aye, that's right. He flew. Lodges himself straight into the air somehow. Ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, it's only logical that he's got to come back down. Though it was only recently that we found his body. Well, body kind of entails that he's dead? Clearly he's not. I had a reason for bringing this up. Ah, right. So, Nashu, Hildebrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass. A bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. So if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As for where to find her, she's like to visit Hildebrand's grave in the Lich Yard when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. Quest accepted. Alright. Eastern Thanalan. Let's go. God, Camp Drybone. I hate this place. Alright. Eastern Thanalan. The amount of times that I've had to come here because of the stupid main story quest is annoying. Alright. Of course, and then here we go. Nashu Makaraka. That's a name. Alright. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. Oh, gotta turn that off. I missed that. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me. Yes. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. I feel like that should be Inspector Extraordinaire. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy he made it look. Inspector Hildebrand was a great man, a real hero of Eorzea. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he... Oh. We're getting a vision, are we? Alright, so we got the younger her, Nashu. This is all a joke. A big funny joke, right, Inspector? Any moment now you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll all laugh and laugh. Alright, dude, just not say anything to this girl. Hildebrand Manderville, beloved son. Was that his dad? They say no one remembers the warriors of light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, Gentleman Hero Hildebrand. Well, that would indicate that he wasn't a hero of light if you can remember him. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. That's actually a cool sword. I kind of want that sword. Well, that was a quick change. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie, who tells the rest of us what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in the southern Thanalan, you might find them. And then you could, you could become their friend and ask them to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. Makaraka. Alright, so now we gotta... Oh wait, I have to go to southern Thanalan now. Oh boy. This is very indicative of... A Realm Reborn with fetch quests just having to go left and right and clear across the country. Let's see. I actually don't know when Hildebrand came out. Like, when was the first time they started doing this kind of content? Damn it. Okay. Now I can fly over here. Alright. I don't see any zombies. Oh. I probably had to go in that tunnel, didn't I? Fun. Alright, back we go. Here we go. And deeper still. Flame private gatekeep. Null's reflection is right through here. The way is dark, but I've walked it 1,000 times. I can guide you through if you'd like. Why, yes. Yes, I would. Alright. Oh. Damn it. Thank God for flying. I was there by the turtle, though. There was nothing there. And of course. Of course. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, snap. They added the tower in the background over there. Spoilers, so I won't say anything, but that's pretty cool. That's one thing I really like about this game in general is like the old content is still relevant because like it's all in the same world. It's not like each expansion you go to a new zone and then all of the other stuff becomes completely obsolete. Okay. Oh, I have to participate in the Fate Fallen Corpses within the style, or with it Rythen style. So I guess I just have to wait. Let's read here. Alright. Phoenix down. Oh, I'm gonna bring his ass back to life. Shit. After waiting 5 years for her mentor to return, Nashio was devastated by the revelation that Inspector Hildebrand did not survive his journey to Dalamud. She then swore to carry on his legacy as an inspector herself, but has struggled to live up to his example. Her current investigation into a horde of dapper zombies has reached a standstill. However, with your help, she believes she might finally locate the zombies' leader. Travel to southern Thanalan and attempt to befriend any dapper zombies you encounter, or, failing that, slay and search them for clues. Okay. Well, now we just kind of wait, don't we? Can I do anything while I'm here? That's my hunt log. Oh, salamander. Nope, that's Slanoska. Oh well. We will wait on that. I'll just kill you. Maybe I have to kill the horse. And kill these guys too. Even though we've made a truce with them. Oops. Hey! There we go. Dapper zombie. Level sync. What the fuck? Oh man, this is some old school music. Alright. I don't know why I picked Bard for the start of this. I really don't like playing the class, but it is kind of what I've selected to start with, and that's kind of what I'm sticking with. I really don't feel like they're giving me an option to what? I really don't think they're giving me an option to like befriend them. Alright. At least this is quick. You guys have to hang out by himself, so I'm gonna take care of him. I feel like I should be paying attention to what they're saying. not disturb our practice. Practice just standing there? Got a couple more over here. A gentleman is rather than he does. Begone, villain. Leave the gentle whatever in peace. Yeah. Show the curious part to Nashu Makaraka. She's probably over in... Yep, she's still by Candragon. Let us head over. I have a feeling that most of this quest line is going to be just teleporting random places and going. Alright. Did you find the zombies? You did? That's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rule the day that he meets me. You'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? I don't know, I got this piece of paper. What does it say? Writ upon this map of the Sagoli Desert is a flamboyant, flowering hand are the words a gentleman is rather than does. Okay, so that's what they were saying. Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sagoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is rather than does. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us. Assistant, onward to the Sagoli. Alright. Where are we at? That's probably going to be... What is it? Forgotten Springs, I believe. Look at that. This is a really pretty game, just in general. Alright. Oh, yep, there's the tower. I'm hesitant for Endwalker. Like, I'm excited. I'm excited, but like, I feel like they really like kind of shot their shot in Shadowbringers. Like, a lot of the story got resolved there, and it didn't like leave a lot of room for much else. Like, because we got all the answers, we figured out what the Ascians had been doing because they were like the villains from the get-go, and I guess they're kind of weaving two stories, one with the Ascians and one with you know, Garlemald and all that, but even that's kind of intertwined with, you know, Emmett and all that. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. What do you got to say, Nashu? I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though? I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. I will go whither the wild rose blooms. A gentleman is, rather than does, show yourselves foul friends. Alright. A gentleman is, rather than does. Let's go with that. Who summons the gentle dead man? I mean, if I were going to be a zombie, I would want to be like a gentle and zombie. They live, and we hunger. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. That's Hildebrand. What the fuck? Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. He doesn't look dead. Up in the sky. Look, it's a bird. No, it's an airship. No, it's the inspector. We hear and obey. Damn, how did he get them zombies to follow him? Well, that's not a superhero landing. It is you. It really is you. I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildebrand. Hildebrand? Who is this Hildebrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, devourer of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not even undead overlord. You're not an undead overlord. You're a gentleman inspector. Inspector Overlord. Inspector Overlord. Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours. With what, apples? Or fireworks? Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. Oh, they're fireworks. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of that blast is like to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of eco-force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. Damn, that's fucked up. See, even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... These are some intelligent-ass zombies in this game. Death. Oh, shit. Okay. The change of the face is what got me. That's some core right there. Man, this is like Looney Tunes with these sound effects. Perturbed gentleman. Normally I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Wait, did that work? Ah, he remembers me. Inspector Hildebrand remembers me. Yes, yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. Okay, so this is an echo. Alright, so this is when she devoted to make herself an inspector. What is it? Frankenstein? Lightning is going to hit it? That is exactly what's going to happen. Or not. Do you have any idea how hard it is to climb out of the ground like that? I mean, I'm not speaking from experience, but, you know, physics. How did his outfit get so ruined just laying underground already? You'd think it would take some time. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... Nice little flower. What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? Damn, nobody noticed these zombies all over this place? Oh man, he's got like Crystal Exarch stuff going on here. Some rather aesthetic looking zombies in this game. And judgmental ones too, damn. Ah, okay. Comforting zombies. Just thumbs up, you died. It's all good. Alright. So at least we're starting to make sense of why the zombies follow him, or at least accepted him. Excuse me. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, see, they said it right this time. Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you would come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be one of my many admirers? Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing in my ears? This dizziness? Could it be a case? Alright, well I got a Phoenix Down. Not that that's really much useful. Unable to accept because you've already got one. See? Alright, well, first quest completed. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy though. I say we call out to them, let them know we come in peace, and when the leader shows himself, we strike. Didn't we already do that? What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna skip this. Yeah, already been here. Oh. Okay. I gotta get rid of my... There we go. It's weird that you have to accept the item in order for it. Well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. And Hildebrand posing. There we go. There we go. That makes sense. A mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildebrand from his true calling. Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Sagoli Desert. I'd bet my life on it. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only the Den of Inquiry could so violently trigger my keen investigator sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildebrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Alright, question the residents of Ul'dah. Let's head there. You know, why don't they put as much effort in, like, well, I guess they do. I was going to say, why don't they put that much effort in, like, sound design in the rest of the game? Certainly in the early content. They have been doing it kind of recently, but sound design is horribly underrated. Alright. Beg your pardon. You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running around town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. Damn. Why, when you look poor, does that equate to being a pervert? That makes zero sense. Alright. Let's keep going. Silver Nettle. What, you're looking for a half-naked Highlander? What likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector of yours, tell him to do something about that god's damn duelist. My mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. That is probably influenced by Spaceballs. Alright. Cool. Alright. Sorry, lad, but if it's information you want, you'd be served best by going to Wymond. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist, or so I hear. But when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... Alright. There's a boulder. Wymond. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So, do tell. Just why are they dressing up like dandies? Wymond! Hey, Wymond! Thou almighty bugger me with a bleeding spear. The dead have risen in there, walking the streets of Ul'dah. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true. He's not a zombie, I checked. Aye, you do seem to be hale and healthy, which begs the question. How in the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable. I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden who said that her most... This knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't the gentleman from Sagoli? A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital! It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. I feel like this dude's like a combination of like so many comedic classic movies. Damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. Alright. Alright, and let's keep going. Wymond believes it would be best if you assisted Inspector Hildebrand with his investigation. Well, Kaladin, as you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellowmoon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspection, or good luck with the inspecting, Inspector. Alright, to the Weavers Guild. It's Redolent Rose, or something like Rodolent Rose. Well, I went the wrong way. This was much further. Weaver's Guild. Alright. Yellowmoon. Oh, I remember her being in here. My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession, callously ripped away from the hands of its owner? The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall scour all creation from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Well, I mean, to Hildebrand's credit, he found this person without actually hearing her name, so... Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day, after I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in the match at the Colosseum. I realized it was gone. So the time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details, without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries. I like how he just assumes that she's going to go with him. That's a presumptuous dude right there. Alright. And go back to the Steppes of Nold. There's a reason I've chosen Ul'dah as my home city. It's just much easier to get around. That's a cool ass sword. I want that. Blade's Honor. Etir Lux. I'm gonna have to remember that. That was cool looking. Alright. Hildebrand. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist. I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress, when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember. Alright. No mounts. Alright. Looks like I've got a couple of people watching, so what's up? Hopefully you're enjoying. Oh, I passed the quest. Feel free to, send a message or something. Talk, enjoy the video, the conversation, the questing, all that. Alright. Hildebrand. Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Well, that seems to be a pretty common occurrence for you. Naturally, I was taken aback. If this happens to you that often, I don't know if you're going to be taken aback that much. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse, in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about six score ponces, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 ponces? Miss Moon, you are remarkably strong. You are a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. There sure are a lot of giant crates in Ul'dah. At the Weaver's Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too. Oh, let me guess. She's going to be the one that actually figures things out. Yeah, she's going to be the one that figures things out. These crates are everywhere, Kaladin. I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course. I still have plenty of explosives. Alright, hey now. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. I mean... Alright. Let's do it. Nashu's Delight. Oh, let me get... Uh-oh. Perspiring man. At the heart of every crime rests a single, unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and a man. Resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellowmoon of her weapon, the Pure Heart. Inspector, we found the Pure Heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. It's not what you think. We're not thieves, we're devotees. Yellowmoon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm, and should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it. For safekeeping. Nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all the thefts? All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve? Ah, such unbridled fury. Such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Damn, that's some... You're into some stuff. Goddess? Devotees? Ah, but of course. That I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as... Those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Well-informed woman. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter of the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildebrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume. You're looking well for a dead man. You'd like to meet one of the duelist's victims? I'll introduce you, with pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable. Miss Ellie, may this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, yes, very good. The name of the man is... Oh, I didn't even see him walk in the background. Huh? Where in the bloody hells do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. Alright, alright. Following along here. I'm enjoying it. Alright. Ellie. Made her sound a little more haughty than I think she is. Having no other recourse, Ellie would instead tell you the identity of the victim. Filtered water. I suppose, since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him? The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what will happen if he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. Alright, where's the closest aetheryte? Yeah, it's probably this way. Oh. Ooh, yay, dry bone again. Yay. Alright. You know, I've learned as you play this game, like, they sure use every little bit of, like, map that they have. Like, every part of this you go to at some point, or at least in some content of some form. No, I don't want to join your fate. Alright. What are these? What are they doing? Why is she sitting like that? Here by your lonesome? Maybe we can... Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. Oh. Wait, where the... Okay. Oh. Humphrey. Hi, I'm Humphrey. And who are you? At last, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist? Me? A victim? How amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago. But where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. Oh wait, isn't that Hildebrand's sword? You mean you won? That's amazing. Well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartno. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle with Master Lu, we were. Core, he was a dab hand with the old magic he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can. That man is no warrior of light. Damn, he real old looking. Tell them, Elazar. Tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Elazar. Liar! Scoundrel! I trusted that bastard with me father's blade. Bid him take it to a smithy for restoration. And he gave him gil to pay for it. I even gave him gil to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back, sniveling and begging for forgiveness for losing in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson. Look at me. Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I don't know if the golden locks are doing you much favors, dude. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Alright, alright. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the guild to pay the oh man, that's such a hard word. Chirurgeon? I have no idea where he or the sword is. Alright, oh. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? He's gonna go for that. Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems not of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? Nah, he ain't refusing. And what of Elazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? Man, that's a little smug face. We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Like I was saying, they use every part of the map. I do not remember this place being that kind of camp. Yup. Alright. Benajay. Lululo. Let's talk to you first. That boy should be ashamed of himself. Robbing poor Elazar of a priceless family heirloom just goes to show you never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, the lot of them. It may not be the most honorable solution, but maybe you should consider giving Elazar a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? I keep saying Elazar, but is it like Eleazar? Eleazar. Let's go with Eleazar. Eleazar's sword wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. Ebe. Antique swords? Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. That traveling merchant Jojompa is the one you ought to seek out, or you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. Alright. Bam. Jojompa. JoJo's Bizarre Avenger? Haven't watched that show, but it's pretty relevant. Everyone watches it. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any wares I determine to be of dubious origins I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary, though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Eleazar. A well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the most convenient sources for fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. Psst, psst. Tisk tisk. You should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me, I say we search the spring first before declaring it all to be lost. Alright. And now we go back to Camp Drybone. You know, when I look at this stuff, it kind of makes me wish I had played like the original Final Fantasy XIV. Only a little bit. That game was not good from everything I understand. But man, there's cool things. We can fly over there too and look at it, but like from a distance, I don't know. Because you see that like here, you see it. The only place you don't really see it so much is in like Gridania or the Black Shroud. I'm sure it's there. It's just covered up by a lot of trees. All right. And there we go. Oh man, she's even helping. How thoughtful. It occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Oh, you lazy. Not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many an occasion, my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. I don't know about that. I guess I have to. The body is but an instrument, in occasional need of oiling. So, come, my friend, come and oil me up. Okay. Ah, this comforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh. This is some weird stuff here. There. Gah! The pain multiplies manifold. Gently, now. Gently. Oh gods. Oh gods. Oh gods. Yes, at last. My muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads. And the pain becomes pleasure. This is some creepy ass shit. And now he's working out. Right there. Yes. Keep doing that. Just like that. Just like... Yes. Now once more with feeling. Oh, I don't ever want to do that again. Oh, God. Ah, never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good man. I'm glad that's over. Alright. Is it under this rock? It's always going to be under the last rock you look at. Yeah. Holy pot. Not a very good pot if it's got a bunch of holes, let alone being broken. And muddy bottle. You know, for a freshwater spring that a whole, like, little camp thrives off of, you'd think they'd take better care of it. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? A bottle, a useless rock, and an irrelevant potsherd. No sign of the sword Jojonpa mentioned, I see. Ah! Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Did something cause you to there. Once again, my instincts had guided us to our quarry. That I had... excuse me. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of... Chew! Damn, that was a powerful sneeze. Everything shook. Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in these clothes. I'll go to Ul'dah and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Eleazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Eleazar's woes will be no more. So we're just forgetting about the duelist entirely? Alright, back to the camp. You good to go. Let's see. What's over there? Oh, it just goes down. Alright, what else is in this camp? I don't think I've really been here much. I knew she hadn't a guild to her name. With that silk tunic? I don't care enough to read that. Alright. Eleazar. Damn. Oh man, he's even got like a crook. He's old. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. Gods bless you, sir. I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. 'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul, and understands that none deserves to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman. Though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I've brought your change of clothing. I also bought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me the case... Nashu, if you would just bring me that case... Uh-oh. Yeah, I noticed it. Inspector? Inspector Hildebrand? There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? Damn, that guy just is going right for it. The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, you. It's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. A challenge for me? Oh, at last the curtain rises. Very well. If I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. That is some tonic. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's incredible, so bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. He is exceptionally something. Core, Inspector Hildebrand, you look amazing! Damn, that's some tonic. Hildebrand. It's a shadowy figure if I ever seen one. Well, I think the duelist is kicking someone's butt. This is far from the strongest of swords. Ooh, an Almal jaw. Blue skies and the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Getting some like kind of Auron vibes from this dude. Complete. All right. Hildebrand. Challenge accepted. My worthy opponent, you shall not claim whatever. With my, let's call it what it is, genius. Man, this is going by real quick. What you wish to do with weapons, not wits? Hildebrand will return in the 3 collectors. Okay. Alright. Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of, no, it's gone. Never mind. Okay. Ellie. Ellie wishes to share her latest discoveries with you. Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target? It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The Treaty Blade is part of an Ishgardian noble's collection, or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an Uldan collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Oh man, I don't want to go to Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I not to investigate her. And should the duelist strike while I am present, well, I hope I needn't explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I'm told she's a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I am also told that she has a fondness for rare flowers, the sort Tutusi Camp Dryvone sells. You can come along if you'd like. Alright. Tutusi. Man, this map was a pain when you didn't have flying. Alright. Tutusi! Where are you? There we are. Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Was it for love or money that you killed him? It was you! Have you gone mad? That was an Amalja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Amalja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. Curt gentleman, if you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves, for God's sake. Or, at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used to use your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again, I ask, was it because he took from you your share, or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin. He knew that, and yet he... Damn. I thought he did it for the money. You too. He's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for the help, Inspector. Ooh, we got a rival inspector up in here. At least he's competent. But when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not at all like that buffoon Hildebrand, don't you think? I try not to think about Hildebrand. We should get going. Lady Durilda will not take kindly to wilted flowers. Alright. Why am I flying? I gotta go to... Where did they say she was? Oh, fucking Vesper Bay. Alright, Horizon. 420. Nice. I still don't understand why they don't put an Aetheryte in Vesper Bay. Like, I know when you do the Realm Reborn now, they give you the Aetheryte tickets to go there, but like, that seems like just a weird fix. Like, I mean, I guess I don't know programming, so I don't know what it would take, but like, it sucks having to walk here over and over and over. See, I just naturally wanted to go there. Alright, I guess we're going in here. Durilda. I mean, that's a fashion choice, I suppose. Again, as I told the last 20 who came before, if you have come here looking for work, you are too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. If a flower sways this girl's opinion, that's... Do you really think I could be so easily... Okay, thank you. Do you really think I could be so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you would earn my respect? What is more, A flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time, everlasting, enduring, unchanging, like mine. Now, get out. Sorry to break it to you, but time affects everyone. Forgive us, Lady Durilda. We mean no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious, violent thief is plotting to seal the treaty blade. You fools. I shall come to claim the Collector's blade, yes? I read the Mithril Eye. I know full well of whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I will have him seized, or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. Oh, great. Yeah. But you may see yourself out. Oh, never mind. But you may see for yourself. Like every piece in my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now, look on, my peerless inspector, interlopers and despair. Ships that pass in the night. A signal shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and a gentleman must needs oblige. I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall neither slumber, nor sleep until the fiend who covets thy treaty blade is brought to justice. Good sir, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the duelist as well? Or perchance, is it in pursuit of me? As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable incompetent. To be fair, you are not spending a single gil on me. Ah, sweet. Okay, so it wasn't Hildebrand. It was this Estinian wannabe dude. The chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder, you see. Briardian, Consulting Inspector. At your service, my lady. Conniving Inspector? Consulting Inspector. Rotting flesh and saltpeter. Hildebrand Mandeville and Nashu Makaraka, I presume. Two rank amateurs playing at a profession of which they know not. Call me when you've finished with these wastrels. Wastrels? Wastrels? What was that about? You see, I do not want nor need your help. Briardian is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you. Where have you been, Maria? And where is my face? There was this strange flying thing, and the vase... I dropped it in the water. I was sorry. That vase once belonged to the royal house of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase. And you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? My lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect, at which point you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Not when spoken aloud. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? That face is creepy. I picked up the vase in Ul'dah, like Mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone. But so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Nafika's wells. I want to go and look, but there were scary-looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. That's cut right to his heart. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase. All 5 of us. All 4 of you. I'm going after Inspector Briardian. If the duelist strikes, I mean to be there. But, Miss Ellie, how could you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because that's my job, you imbecile. Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away. You don't even know what the bloody vase looks like. Well, I mean, it's a vase. It's not as funny as the other ones. Maria, dear, listen. If it gets dangerous, or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventurer for help, understand? Alright, I guess I gotta go digging for a vase, or balls, if you will. What are you doing here? Eager to get started, eh? Capital. You have my leave to canvass the scene for clues. Mayhap you may even find a witness or two. Oh, I can't even click on the other ones. Alright. Where are the wells? Oh, they're all okay. You can fly over the gap. Horizon's Edge. Horizon Zero Dawn. This kind of looks like part of Horizon Zero Dawn in a way. Just nowhere near as good. Alright. Flamboyant Oath. Hey, is that the guy? A pox upon that thieving demon bird. He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me. Huh? A vase. I know not of what you... God, curse this infernal refuse underfoot. Every point is a dagger. There's something in the water at the man's feet. Can I look for what's there? Apparently. That's a green chicken. Alright. Cinnamon. A vase. Well, anything that falls in the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with that queer winged beast I saw earlier? No? never mind then. Oh, I guess I have to go all the way up. And over here to the bridge. Yeah. That girl what run by earlier. I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while she was crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it don't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. I should have gone in this order, huh? Because it is definitely at the feet of that dude. The guy that we've already seen before and already has things sticking in his feet. Curious object. It's definitely going to be broken. Do I spy thy treasured vase of Lady Durilda over? Oh. Oh dear. Does this belong to you, child? Flamboyant oaf. I guess I should give him more of a... Forgive me. I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. Your search for what, pray tell? The demon bird that absconded with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next in the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase. Don't fret, Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildebrand will think of something. Oh, but I already have, my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. But first, we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. Alright. Just gonna, shove my hands in this cold water, get wet, and find some shards in the dark. Waiting. Why did it take longer to pick up the other one? Probably more pieces, I guess. Alright. Come to present your findings, have you? Splendid. Let's have a look. Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles with far less, after all. The science of deduction. So that other guy's supposed to be Sherlock, right? That's kind of what we're going with. Like a haughtier Sherlock. Alright. Ooh, I can get the dance. I keep seeing people use that all the time. A shattered antique vase will not deter Inspector Hildebrand from his mission. There is but one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase. A man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would a great warrior. Wait, that is not an Omolja. That is like a Kabuki guy. Huh. Like a Kabuki guy, or is it? I don't know. We'll see. It'll get revealed. Once, a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Ul'dah, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by the humble lapidary of whom I speak. His was the last shop the thieves struck, for the following morning they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the gold court. The brass blades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief, who kept muttering the words, "The hammer, the hammer." He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does. And I'm still trying to figure out this guy's voice. Aye, that he does. Nope, that's Irish. I'm just going to read him normal. Aye, that he does. And I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. Oh. And I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. There we go, found it. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and that is my companion, Enkidu. Well, not really. It has been many moons since last I saw her, so to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. Oh, damn. That poor rooster. In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure's all mine, Gilligan. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, bid you welcome. If it's that hard for you to remember, I'd give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deduced that he is most like to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Thanalan. It is there that we shall begin our search. Greg. Alright. Let's see. Where do we want to go? Where are we going? Blue Fog. That's right. Camp Blue Fog. Alright. Oh, damn it. Oh, I can go here. Nashu and Maria. A Dublin carcass. The Doblin's wounds indicate it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did it is still around? And go further north. Greg! Fucking chicken. It's not something I just, like, think of when I think of Final Fantasy. You don't just hear a chicken. This goldsmith is not to be trifled with. Nope, I still don't like that for his voice. Maybe like a gruffer, like Uncle Iroh. I don't know. The basilisk's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. A single blow to the head. Impressive. Yeah, this seems more fitting for, like, that dude. A voice actor I am not, by the way. I'm just having fun with it. Hildy. His handiwork is unmistakable. The corpse is still warm. The Doblin, the Basilisk, this Ahriman, all were slain with a hammer, as was that beast over yonder, unless I'm mistaken. That Chimera must be his latest prize, which means he still must be about. Mayhap he is watching us this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Alas, it comes to this. Though every fiber of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. What must you do that is so terrible? I must dance! I'm a Manderville man. I'm doing what only a Manderville can. From the peaks of Kurthis to Thanalan. Manderville man. I cannot avert mine eyes. That is the dance of House Manderville, passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it within sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good man, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead. Though it be a gross, nay, unconscionable violation of my family's traditions, I must bequeath to you the Manderville. So that's how you get the dance, apparently. You have learned the emote Manderville Dance. The time has come for you to do only what a Manderville can. We are siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Manderville. Now, you must use that knowledge. Go to the fallen Chimera and dance like only a Manderville can. Oh boy. It's a cool model. I think that's from one of the bosses in the dungeons. Alright. Let's see what this does. There's the hammer. Oh, I get an audience for this. Great. I'm just going to say that was me responding to the chicken. Oh, God. I wish the sound effects would play every time you did the dance. I mean, maybe they do, because I've never done it myself. I've just seen people do it. If the chicken likes it. Fancy yourself a Manderville man? You would do what only a Manderville can. Then lift your legs and put up your hands. Be a Manderville man. He comes. Oh, is this Manderville Hildebrand's dad? It has to be. This has to be his dad. Oh, ho, ho. You have not to fear from me. Not at all. The only accounts I came to settle were with the Chimera. Godbert? But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No. You came in search of me, Godbert. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? He's running away. But more importantly, How in the hells did you learn the Manderville? If I did not teach you, then who? Oh, he's afraid. Just keep walking. By the grace of Thal, what sorcery is this? He yet lives. Oh, we get slow motion. Oh wow. Damn, he's like Goku teleporting. Hildebrand! Oh, damn, I couldn't even read that. What is it with the Japanese and like suplexing? That's just a thing. Like it was all over like Great Teacher Onizuka, all kinds of stuff. That's a very impressive suplex though. Aw, his suit got ruined. 10 years, Hildebrand. 10 years since you left home, and 5 since I learned of your trip to Dalamud. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead? Son? Are you Hildy's father? Godbert the Guildsmith's a Manderville man, smithing as only a Manderville can. Oil him up and give him a tan, fit for a Manderville man. Please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. This antique vase must be made whole once more, for the sake of Miss Maria. Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement. Oh. Damn, he's naked, he's just gonna do it. What about your crafting gear, dude? Whoa. Hold your applause until the end. Baragat, guide my hammer. Alright, Baragat's blessing. We know what that is. There we go. What? Is that just a... Alright. Look how it sparkles in the twilight. How it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that it is a work of art? You've completely destroyed a priceless... Oh, wait. You've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value. Nonsense. I have taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you were paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, This is not my path. I'm an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others, too. Innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. I thought you had put away that childish dream. No matter. You will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, father. I can be naught else. Mr. Godbert, sir? I don't think my mother's gonna like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildebrand help with the investigation. Man, there's so many voices. We cannot say that for certain, can we? Mayhap she will take a liking to this reimagining. I want these facial expressions for my characters. Where are they at, Square Enix? You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens that I am something of a duelist myself. I'm getting them mixed. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his. Enkidu as well, I would think. I see you too possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad I am to have met you, Greg. Now, let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence. I shall be traveling there on business once I have finished gathering materials. Oh, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me, I shall follow anon. Alright, summon the goldsmith. Alright, first things first, we gotta do it. Vanderville. Oh, it's not gonna be there. Promotes. Special. Ah, M-Dance. M-Dance. Oh, it doesn't have the sound effects. Boo. I want the sound effects. They make it. Alright. Where are we going? Ah, Vesper Bay. Alright. Wait. What is that other... Oh, that's the ultimate ballad. I'm not doing that. Alright. I guess Horizon? I have so many quests I need to be doing. But, whatever. Alright. Oh. At least I can fly there. It's very warm in my room. Alright. I hope she likes it. Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now see here, Lady Durilda. Not only did you send Murray to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger, should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but gaudy trash. Lord... Oh, Durilda. Lord Mandeville, sir. I did not realize you had arrived. Where are the pants? Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must... Oh, damn it, I'm reading that wrong. Darilda. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy, I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction. Godbrother. Oh, it does, my lady. It does indeed. Especially that exquisite vase over yonder. Although I gather from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Oh, I don't like it. I love it. I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Thorn Dynasty collection. Ah, what a relief. I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandervilles do so take pride in our work and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildebrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist's threats? Enough expository banter, I say. I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that this would help, that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildebrand, will you not? Damn, Daddy came to save the day, huh? Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Godbert Manderville? The man who took Eolande Quiveron's seat on the Syndicate? It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies toward the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector Briardrian. Alright. Alright. Wait, where is this dude? Oh, he's down there. Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Darilda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now, kindly share with us all of your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the Treaty Blade through a merchant named Jojanpa, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the Observatorium, where they are being distributed amongst Lady Durilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk among each route. The real Treaty Blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything's been accounted for. You are superfluous. What's Hildy gonna say to that, huh? Come on, Hildy. He's just gonna flex on him? Like, literally? Alright. Mayhap we could use more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. Ha ha ha! A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Curthis. Then I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. This man has no clue, does he? Pray, forgive my lateness. Greg, my good man. What a pleasure to see you again. We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. Who's probably Greg. A victim described him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in... a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I am intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? Ha! What reasons indeed? It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. Alright. Oh, alright, let's keep going. What are these elixirs? Inspector Hildebrand would have you accompany him to Curthis. Excuse me. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the Observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly smallfolk in accordance with Inspector Briardian's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No? Then let us sally forth at once! Alright. Well, there's only one. Aetheryte in Curthis. So let's go that one. Alright. And we fly south, because the observatorium is that thing. So this was probably one of my favorite songs in A Realm Reborn. I remember coming here the first time and just like really digging this. Although all-time favorite song in this game, the theme of the Azim Steppe, or Azim Steppe. I love that zone. That is like my favorite zone. Alright. Sellsword. Sergeant. Hail to thee, fellow servant of justice! I take it you are one of the many tasked with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade. Clearly, you've mistaken me for someone else, sir. Eddie, Sergeant. They're with us. More small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else. But sir, Bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. I say, is this land always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me stay warm. Oh. And should I chance to find the thieving duelist, I will of course summon you after administering the requisite beating. Ha ha ha. Good, you're still... Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival, full eager to catch the thief. As are we. Come, Nashu. We too must answer the call of duty. That's a different game. Call of Duty. You look like you might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with my man near the east gates? We're undermanned over there. So I've realized as I'm going through this that, like, I'm just kind of here for it. Like, my character doesn't really say anything, doesn't do much. I mean, that's kind of most of the game, but usually there's a little bit more interaction with him. Not that I'm complaining. It's a pretty entertaining story so far. Alright. You see that just now? No? I don't think me eyes were playing tricks on me. But there's only one way to be sure. You wait here. Inspector, over there, look. What is it, Nashu? Pray, tell me what you see. Aha! I see you... Oh, it's Gilgamesh. Aha! I see you, demon bird. You will not escape me this time. Why, hello there, my friends. Is Artemis? Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment, I thought you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nashu. We have lingered here over long. We must egress post-haste. Alright. And I don't recall there being igloos here. But I don't visit this place very often. There is not out of the ordinary here either, despite what I just said. No luck, We have scoured every ilm of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that, having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildebrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Or perhaps he's waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you would best arm yourself with something more than your wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary. I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use. By the 12! Is that the self-same spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it? It was buried in the snow. Well, one cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs. I will be duly armed should worst come to worst. Now then, we begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. What is Greg doing? He's gonna forever be Greg, by the way. He's still in there. Greg! Greg! Alright. I think we're going to finish this quest out, and then we're going to call it there for the night. Let's see here. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis? 'Twas not the self-same creature. but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you? Yeah. Greg, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other respects it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was welded a musket barrel. 'Twas one of the finest weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Ah, how I yearn to reclaim it, the strongest of spears. Right there. I feel like Blue's Clues. Of course, the chicken. That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears. I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Now you call me Shirley? Like I said at the beginning, this is just a combination of like classic comedy movies. Now you call me Shirley. No matter. Give it to me. Give it to me! Aw shit, he's going full kabuki theater. This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again. This spear and I have bested many a man together. I will not relinquish it again. The chicken's just like eating. Then we are at an impasse. I can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act. Miss Ellie, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man, who I am certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in single combat. There it is. There it is. I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him. A confession to what? I have done naught wrong. Bah, you are all beyond reason. Ah, yes, my plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless, and his capture will be the coup de grace. Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't. So let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. Am I gonna have to do a duel, or a duty, or a dungeon? Yeah, it's gonna be a duty. Yup, there's Hildy. Nashu. Nashu. Miss Ellie? Ah, my good man. It is a relief to hear your footfalls. As you have doubtless deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you. Wait, am I going to a new area? These aren't the steps of faith or whatever that go to Ishgard, is it? Yes, it was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have been lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian, content to watch his events unfold with minimal interaction, like I was saying earlier. At the last, I understand. We were fated to duel, you and I. Best me and you may have the spear. Fail, and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, do you not think? I will even extend them to your allies. I grant you leave to summon others. After that, it will avail you no advantage. This should be it. For Gilgamesh, it is in beginning time. It's gonna all smash. Oh damn, he got real big. Alright. Let's see here. Battle on the Big Bridge, now accessible. Okay. Alright. Battle on the Big Bridge. Let's do it. Ooh, that's a long wait time. We'll figure it out. Alright, so far I've called most of what this is. Right? I figured that it was gonna be like the comedic classics, you know, there's a lot of Leslie Nielsen in there. There was my comments on, you know, me just kind of sitting there absently watching this stuff go on. They played right on that. Like, they're very self-aware. It's very cool. It's very cool. You know, there was a lot of the chase scene with Hildebrand and his dad. Reminded me a lot of Kung Fu Hustle, or was it? Yeah, I think it's Kung Fu Hustle. Yeah, they're just pulling from all sorts of places on this, and it's honestly, it's real good. It's real good. I'm really enjoying this. Oh, it's not just a party, it is like a full-on like trial. I didn't even realize that. Well, we'll see how long this goes, and if it takes too long to queue up, I'll call it there for the night. But we'll pick it up on another day. But yeah, so far this is good. Obviously, I've laughed a lot. I was a little cocky at the beginning. I was like, oh, I've got different humor or whatever. Nope. They got me. They got me. I feel like, in honor, I should be waiting for this queue whilst doing the Mandeville. But yeah. How long are these? I wonder how many chapters there are to this. I'm not gonna look it up, I'm just gonna experience it as we go, but I know they release this like a certain amount per expansion or something like that, and it's been a while since they've done any. And all my friends have been like constantly like, oh, when's the new Mandeville coming out? When's the new Mandeville? You gotta play the Mandeville. And I can kind of understand why so far. By far, the best moment was the dude putting the tonic on his head, and that being the source of light shining behind Hildebrand. I did not see that coming. I didn't even think that would be a thing, and like it was good. It was good. The facial expressions too in this are really good, and like that was so that's something that I've noticed as of late. Well, with Shadowbringers is like, you know, you have A Realm Reborn, and I understand they were making the other games, or they were still working on the 1.0 while trying to do 2.0 when they made it. So it's restricted, right? There's not a whole lot of like camera movement. There's not a whole lot of facial expressions. Things are very basic. Understandable. And then you get to Heaven's Word, and they up the game a little bit, right? We get a little bit more. But it really wasn't until Shadowbringers that I started noticing they added more unique animations to things. You know, specifically, the best example I can think of right now is at the end of 5.3, when you're sitting in Mordona and Alisaie slides down the chair. It was not something you really see in any other form in this game, or her like slamming her head or things like that. And they've started adding in more unique animations to things. And it really makes a difference, you know, because like from a storytelling standpoint, right? You want to connect with your characters, you want to connect with the story, and the best way for us as people to do that is to kind of feel for them or feel with them, right? Have a sense of empathy. And the more human something is, the more we feel that empathy. And I feel like that leads a bit more of a credence to certain moments, you know, and they even go with G'raha Tia, right? They've gone to the point of animating his ears to help show certain emotions, and like we as people can recognize that in like pets and cats and dogs and things like that. So it really ties in with that whole concept, and it just makes it better. All that is to say, with the Hildebrand quests, we have a whole lot of him, you know, making those extreme facial expressions and like trying to, and they're almost anime or cartoon Looney Tunes-ish in the way that they're portrayed. And it just makes each moment land a little bit harder. Very specifically, like when he's running from his father, and you see him like stick out his chin and purse his lips and try and like push that a little bit further. Even like his eyes when he gives that weird like pulled in cheek like look, when he's trying to I guess please or get somebody to give him what he wants, it just adds to the moment. And I'm hoping that we get a lot more of that in Endwalker. Actually, I'm hoping there's a lot more facial animations, because I think one of the things that like I was saying earlier, that I'm concerned with is that there was so much front-loaded in Shadowbringers. There was so much content that got resolved and a lot of questions that got answered. And there's still, you know, smatterings of things. And when you play through 5.4 and 5.5, right, you start getting the beginnings of the story for Endwalker. But I feel like a lot of what has been building up since A Realm Reborn is kind of got answered, you know? And like all of the stuff that is going into Endwalker is, for lack of a better term, like new, right? You know, all of the Xeno stuff didn't come until Stormblood, and all this Fandaniel stuff is just here at the end, and like he has no attachments to the previous Ascians or any of that stuff. So, yeah, I'm concerned that there's not enough oomph behind the story for Endwalker. I'll probably do a whole video on that and like get into detail of why I think that is. I'm also working on another video right now that is going to be more about my feelings as to why Shadowbringers hit so hard. Why, you know, beyond it just being a good and fun game to play, it is so impactful and has kind of caused this like massive rise in the amount of people who are playing this game and the excitement for it. So keep a lookout for that, I guess. But I'm going to step away for a real quick moment. I'm going to go to take a break for maybe a minute or so, and see if this pops. If it's not popped by the time I get back, I think I may call it there. So I'm going to switch over to my screen. 1 second. Chat window. Alright, I'll be right back. All right, and I am back. I suppose I could, yeah, never mind. Sorry, talking to myself. So I've noticed there's like one person watching. Thank you for being here most of the time. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you being here with me along this journey. Hopefully it's been entertaining, at least to some extent. Yeah. I think I'm going to give it to 12 minutes, which is what the queue is saying, but it's rare that it's ever actually, you know, the actual number that they say. Although it is kind of weird that, you know, it's Saturday night at 10:30. There's usually a lot of people playing. I know there's a queue to get into the game, so we'll see. We will see. Where is this anyway? Oh, okay. That's where we were. Let's see if they have anything to say. Nah, shoot. Which way did he go, Kaladin? Did you see? Well, his name isn't really Greg, is it? It is to me. Lest you find my advice unsporting, I remind you that our duty supersedes any misbegotten notions of your honor you may possess. Alright, well, that was not a whole lot. Always use some fleece. Overkill, but you know. Alright, I don't think we're gonna get a queue going here, so I think we'll call it there for the evening. Again, to those who were watching, thank you for being here. I'm going to try and do this again soon and get the second part of this going, see how far we can go with Hildebrand, and we'll do this dungeon or duty first and foremost on the next one. So let's go ahead and wrong one. Yeah, there's we got 2 tanks. Nah, we'll wait. We'll wait for it. It's late. Been going for a couple hours already. Alright. So let's call it there. Again, thank you for watching. I'll do this again soon. And yeah. Hope you all enjoyed. See you next time.